motherfucker just got their shit ate up coming through here, boy, and crashed out. Damn. He's trying to get up out of here. Crashed out right here.
What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Watson. That was a 30-year-old driver that was ambushed, shot in the chest, in critical condition. I got a few videos for you guys today. One of them being, y'all remember the 20-year-old girl, Lanaya Murphy? Come to find out, she was actually shot in the head in 2018. Managed to make a full recovery, became a gun violence activist. Father Flager said she was a part of a young activist group. They went to D.C. She was a great college freshman and ended up shot in the head. I'm going to bring you guys that particular story. I'm going to also bring you guys this story. Do you guys remember December 29th? The young Damari Perry, 6 years old, went missing. They're now charging the mother and the brother. And I think the brother is being charged with helping dispose of the body that they found in Indiana. The mother gave an interview, which I have. She was saying that the child went missing, went to a play date. And this is the interview here.
What happened?
Man. He was out with his sister at a little party and a play date.
So I'm going to bring you guys that. I'm going to also bring you guys to Britney Griffin, 20 years old. This happened Friday, January 7th. Her boyfriend and her child. Story's going to read that the boyfriend ended up, they were in Gary, Indiana, led the police on a high-speed chase. He crashes on I-80 and killing this young girl, Britney Griffin, 20 years old, and that 1-year-old baby that you see them guys holding there. So I'm going to bring you guys that as well. That's him. But, all right, so now, first story. Story's going to read, shooting leaves driver in critical condition. He ended up shot in the chest and lead the police on a high-speed chase. And if you guys take a look, the story right here is going to read, man is in critical condition after he was shot while driving in Chicago's Brainerd neighborhood Saturday afternoon. The incident caused several other crashes. 30-year-old was driving on 1300 block of West 88th Street just after 2 p.m. when he was shot in the chest by an unknown person. The victim was taken to Advocate Christ Hospital, where he... All right, so now this. Lanaya Murphy, 20 years old. Heartbreaking, beautiful young girl. Story's going to read, 20-year-old Lanaya Murphy fight against gun violence was deeply personal. She was shot in the head in 2018, but managed to make a full recovery. They're going to say some of the family of 20-year-old Lanaya Murphy are asking for answers after she was shot on 122nd in South Wallace Street, Chicago, Illinois. Lanaya was sitting in a car with someone she knew when the two argued, and the other person... Wait, so they saying the other person shot her, the spokesman said. Now, did the person she was in the car with shoot her? Lanaya was pronounced dead at the scene. Chicago police did not give a description of the attacker, and no one has been arrested. Detectives are investigating. Lanaya was the salvation to graduate. Okay, so she was college student. As you can see in some of these pictures. This is the heartbreaking video that someone put together. Take a look at this video and listen.
Everyday shooting! Our everyday problem! Her name was Lanaya Murphy! Lanaya Murphy. Naya. If you knew her, you knew her. She was not just a pretty face. She was someone's little sister. She was someone's big sister. She was someone's daughter. She was someone's best friend. She was someone's friend. She was someone's cousin. She was much more than what she needed.
When I was out there filming, I know this is the victim, Father Flager's victim, the mothers of slain teens. I forget what they call they call their organization like mothers of something like that. But that's who that advocate group, and the lady in the red sweater lost her child hugging that young girl right there.
Chicago, many have grown numb to the everyday violence that we witness, the trauma, the drama. You know, 2022, new year, but it's the same thing. That new year means nothing to me unless things change. What is it going to take for things to change within not even the world, just Chicago? I believe you change Chicago, you can change the world. But what is it going to take? Our family structure is broken. Our community is broken. Everything is backwards. The roles are backwards as far as, you know what I'm saying, the leadership in the community. Where is it? It's going to take us to save us, y'all. It's going to take us to save us.
That was at her balloon release. This was a huge tragedy. This video I shared on my Facebook channel. Make sure you guys check out My Life in the Shot's Facebook. Make sure you guys follow it there, because I share all this type of stuff. I shared this particular video. Make sure you guys watch this video. Heartbreaking. Next story. Damari Perry, 6 years old. He went missing, and they were out there looking for him. Come to find out, what they're going to say is that December 29th, Damari did something his mom, for which the mom found he should be punished. They're saying the child was put in cold water in a bathtub or shower in their North Chicago home, and eventually started vomiting and passed out. He was taken out of the cold water. No one called 911, and he died. Prosecutors said that Jeremiah Perry and the mother, that's him right there, helped conceal that body, dumped him in Gary. I want to bring you guys to, they're saying little Damari Perry was punished and killed late December, dumped in Indiana. Damari Perry, 6, was found dead in an abandoned building this weekend, and his mother, brother, and our siblings in charge in the connection with his death. But listen to the mother, gave an interview with Tia Ewing of Fox 32 News. Here's what she had to say before she was charged. She gave an account, and this is it.
Walk me through what happened.
Man. He was out with his sister at a little party and a play date. Something happened. She had like a cocktail, and I'm guessing someone put something in her cocktail. She ended up falling asleep. When she woke up, my son was gone, and she questioned the girl about where he was. The girl the girl said she didn't know, which didn't make any sense because my son was playing with her son before my daughter fell asleep. She came home, I reported him missing, and we've been looking for him since. But it's just real weird because he's 6.
Yeah, her story, I wasn't buying it. When I heard, like, oh, somebody put something in her drink and she, I don't know. So, the mother and the brother are being, I think it's the mother being charged, and I think the brother is being charged with trying to conceal the body. But this interview with Tia Ewing, I also shared this on my Facebook page. Make sure you hear and listen to this full interview.
Skokie, Illinois.
Okay, and your daughter is how old?
She's 16.
Okay, and so this person slipped her something.
Yeah, I had to because she fell asleep.
Okay, and how did she get back home? What were the circumstances of making it?
The girl that said her.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the full interview. You can check it out on my Facebook page, My Life in the Shy. Check out that full interview. And Tia was asking the hard questions and nothing was adding up. And that's why I'm like, yo, okay. And so this was right before. Also, another tragic accident. This particular story. Britney Griffin, 20 years old. Story's gonna read somebody. This isn't the story, but it must be a family member of him, Eric White, who is the boyfriend, baby father of her child. Somebody's gonna say, no matter how bad a person social media and the news try to paint you out to be, nephew, we know for one thing, sure you were loved by your family. You created with my niece, Britney Elijah. That was a Facebook page. I went to a Facebook page. I think her name is Britney Griffin. And you would go to war behind them. I'm so sorry that one bad decision cost you the two people you love the most. It is so sickening, all the hateful comments, posts, and inboxing these outsiders are giving to my family as well as hers. No, I'm not making any excuses for my nephew's judgment at the time, but everybody's acting like they never made a bad decision before. Guess what? If out here driving off the sidebars or whack, you making a bad decision. So this is going to be, all right, story's going to read that Britney Griffin, 20 years old, was killed in a fender bender, I think they wanted to say crash on I-80 in Gary, Indiana, Friday, which was January 7th. Her 1-year-old infant was also killed in the crash. Speed chase that ended in a tragic accident. Lake County Sheriff's deputies attempted to stop the automobile for speeding down Gary, according to investigators. Investigators said that the driver speeding and weaving in and out of lanes, he lost control, slammed into a semi, spun across both lanes and collided with another tractor trailer around mile marker 5.7 around 11:32 a.m., which was Friday, January 7th. The automobile, which had been fast and weaving, suddenly let go, crashing into a semi, which had turned across all lanes, slamming into a vehicle, struck a farm truck. Griffin was propelled out of a front seat. Britney, 20 years old, she was propelled out of the front seat by the tremendous power, killing her instantly. The toddler was declared dead not long after that. Eric Wright, which is the driver, which I'm going to bring you guys him, the main driver, was rushed to the clinic for treatment for a minor medical injury. That's him. This is going to read, 20-year-old Eric Wright has been charged with level 1 felony neglect of a dependent, resulting in death, and carrying a handgun with no license. He took the police on a high-speed chase going 130, causing him to crash in the back of a semi-truck, then a median wall. The car caught on fire as the officers were trying to remove him, assuming he was the only one in the car. They kept a tight grip on the steering wheel as he didn't want to get out. Initially would be thinking he was suicidal. And it was because he realized he killed his 20-year-old girlfriend and 1-year-old son. This is what that's reading. The police only knew about the mother and the son only because her body was found by people driving by, and the baby was found when crews were putting the fire out, badly damaged fire. So her body was ejected, the baby was still in the car. The mother I'm not gonna read that. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the accident. That's the car, allegedly. I think that's the car from the accident. Tragic. So this young girl, Lanaya Murphy, 20 years old, really hit home with a lot of people. Very senseless violence that could have been avoided. And for what? You know, she was a great college student, great person. Everybody loved her. Just a tragic. And as he said in that video, you know, we got a lot of work to do. It's going to take us to save us. We can't keep having this in our communities, senseless stuff that could be avoided. And when I was out there videotaping Father Pfleger's Stop the Violence, I couldn't believe how many parents, some parents holding 2 children that they've lost. A lot of families out there, all of them holding pictures of babies, 16, 17, 18, 19. And for what? And this is year after year after year. If you guys haven't seen that, if you go to my YouTube channel, go down into my earlier videos from 2016, 17, and 18 of me out there filming with Father Pfleger, his peace marches, and his Stop the Violence rallies, which the young girl went to D.C. on a Stop the Violence rally. She was previously in 2018 shot in the head and made a full recovery. And could you imagine, you know, what the family is going through to hear in 2022, 4 years later, that she was shot again. Anyway, make sure you guys shout out to everybody sending me stories. This is my...
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do what you goddamn...
Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell button. Peace.